there, friends. Welcome back to Second Star to the Left. I'm Michelle, and this is my daughter, Billy.
Hi.
And here's where we'll share board game reviews, ramblings, and a few wrong turns along the scenic route. We are here today to talk about one of my favorite and probably one of my most played games of all time, and that is A Gentle Rain. And before we start, I just want to thank Incredible Dream, who was kind enough to send over copies for us to share with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is a game that I have gifted probably more than any other game, and more importantly, that those I have gifted it to have then bought copies to gift to other people. Mm-hmm. It is a game that helped me keep my sanity a little bit during COVID. It is a game that helps me find a little bit of calm in a stressful day. And it is a game that works really well for people who are gamers and also for those who aren't and just might like a little game of solitaire. After I had gifted this to probably a dozen people, it went out of print. And people started asking me, can I get a copy? Where can I get a copy? This is such a great game. I want to give it to someone for their birthday, for a shower present, for Christmas, just because someone's feeling stressed. And unfortunately, until now, I have had to say it's really hard to get a copy. But as of today, this version will be available on Incredible Dreams web store. I want to take a second to read to you just a little bit, a teensy bit of the flavor text that is on this little instruction booklet. Always changing, yet always itself. You've come to the lakeside hoping to see a rare and beautiful sight. I'm already feeling relaxed. You feeling relaxed?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then just wait, because the first step of the instructions aren't about setup. Not for the game, anyway. They're about getting yourself in a space where you can relax and just kind of dive in. Is that a bad pond joke?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
To this absolutely lovely game. So I'm going to just share that with you. Get comfortable. Change into some loose clothing if you can. Perhaps turn on some soft music or make yourself some tea or hot cocoa. Take a moment to stand up and stretch and roll the stress out of your shoulders. Inhale through your nose, hold that breath for a moment, and then exhale through your mouth. Now begin. That is the beginning of every guided meditation that I have ever started. And in some ways, that's how this game feels. Mm-hmm. Sure, it is also a puzzle game where you compete for a good score. And sometimes I'm competitive. Sometimes. But at no point do I feel like not winning this game is stressful. And it's quick enough and easy enough to set up that also I'm going to just play it again. Almost every time I take this out, I play it 3 or 4 times.
Mm-hmm. Meditative to just kind of zone out. And
it's really beautiful. So this version comes in this tiny little box that you could take anywhere with you. And to set it up, all you're going to do is take off the top, make a stack of cards, and pull out the beautiful lilies. That's it. We're set up. We're ready to go. That's easy.
I think this might be my favorite solo game.
I think it's the solo game you've played the most.
Absolutely, it is.
Okay. See, that says something. I play solo games all the time. Billy is very unlikely to, and yet when we got this copy, Billy immediately sat down and played it as soon as there was an opportunity.
I was very excited.
In order to play this game, you're going to take one of these tiles, put it out onto your table, and then all you're going to do for the rest of this game is take a tile and place a tile. It's really easy. So you're going to try and match up. I'm moving the tile for the first one. You're going to try and match up the flowers, the lilies on the pads. Mm-hmm. And what you want to do is to surround one of these holes so that you can add in a lovely lily. So let's see if we can just do a couple. So in this case, we have surrounded this, and our choice is to put an orange, a yellow, a purple, or a blue lily right in the middle. Any of the flowers that have surrounded this. Which one do you want to choose?
I like
So we'll put blue in. And you're going to keep going in this way, building it out. Until you create lots of places to put the lilies. At the end, if you've managed to place all 8 lilies, then you win. Although, again, I will repeat, there's really no losing. And your score is based on how many tiles are left when you're finished, plus the 8 lilies that are placed. If you didn't manage to place all 8 lilies, then your score is however many lilies that you placed.
I don't think I've ever actually done the score on purpose. I just sort of play it just to play it. I'm not sure I knew there was a score system. I thought it was just...
if you get all 8 out or not.
Yeah.
I will admit that I do play for the score. There is a competitive part of me that won't let me not play for the score. Although, I am not frustrated when I don't get it.
Which is saying something, because a lot of games make you frustrated.
A lot of games make me frustrated.
But not this one.
This game calms me down. Look how beautiful this pond is. Right? There's koi, there's ducks, there's a turtle, there's a frog.
One of them has an otter, I think.
Yep, there are beautiful, beautiful flowers throughout the whole game. There's something soothing about the colors that they've chosen. It is an absolutely beautiful game. I had not played this game in about 6 months or so when this copy showed up, and I forgot just exactly how much this game helps me cope with a crazy day.
It's great for like unwinding or de-stressing.
It's also good for No Spoons Day. We have our Not Enough Spoons t-shirts, and in the past we've donated the money for that to mental health charities. When we say no more spoons, we just mean we don't kind of have the mental energy to tackle a really heavy game, a really complicated game. And so this one fits perfectly. And in a house where there's often a lot of anxiety, there's some other mental health issues in this house, this game has been something that has meant a lot to everyone in this house. So I am so happy that you can get a copy of this now. And while I never say you should really check this out, you should go get it, if this looks at all appealing to you, if this is your kind of game in any way, I can't recommend this game enough. I do have more exciting news for you, and that is that this is not the only version that is being released. They're also releasing the Bloom edition of Gentle Rain, which will be available at Target, so you'll be able to just pick it up while you're out, and that includes these lovely 3D flowers. The game itself is exactly the same rules, the same tiles, except now you have lovely 3D flowers to put in. It has the exact same booklet, it has the exact same tiles, but now we have these beautiful flowers to put out. So now that we have one surrounded, which color would you like to put in this time? Yellow. So we just pop this right in here. There is something very, very satisfying about these pieces, because not only do they have the really pretty flower, but they also have this kind of notch in the back, so they kind of pop into the spaces. They fit in perfectly.
Very good.
The differences between the two versions are very minimal. They are the 3D flowers and the size of the box. That's it. So the question everybody's going to want to know is, which one is better?
Whichever one's closest to you.
Well, that is true. Whichever one I can reach for at the moment is definitely the better version.
One's our upstairs copy and one's our downstairs copy.
Plus our original. So.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have an answer for that. It is going to depend on a couple of things. Where you're going to play it. Are you going to throw it in a bag and travel with it? Then you probably want the little one. Are you keeping it out on the table? You might want the Bloom edition. I can't actually make a decision, and I thought about this a lot before the video of which one I prefer. So what I'm going to tell you is what I prefer about each of them, and then I'm going to tell you a few little things that you should be aware of before you go and look at this game. So if I'm going to bring it somewhere, I'm going to bring this version because it's tiny and I can bring it anywhere I want to go. I can leave it on my desk at work. Not that I play at work.
No, never.
No. But I can bring it anywhere I want to go, and I will have enough room to play it. It does take up a significant amount of table space, depending on how your pond lays out, so it's not always something that you could play on an airplane tray, but you could easily play it on your desk. If I'm home and I'm playing, especially if I'm playing kind of solo-ish with Billy, or if we're co-op, because you can play with two people just kind of taking turns and helping each other. We tend to play it solo with one person heckling and the other person playing, which isn't as good for stress relief.
Slightly less mellow when I'm heckling,
but it is still fun. So if I'm going to do that, I'm probably going to take the one with the blooms, because it's just beautiful and it has a nice table presence. Not that they both don't, but
they both do. Yeah, definitely.
Right. The one thing that I will say about both versions is that sometimes the colors can be confusing. You have a light purple and a dark purple. You have the red and the orange. But what they have done to kind of mitigate that is the flowers are different shapes. So even if you have trouble with colors, you will be able to tell the difference between the flowers based on shapes. That is not to say that I don't try to put one of the purples down next to the other purple, or try to put the red with the orange.
Yeah.
In order to keep this game chill and that very soothing vibe, you don't want colors that are popping off the tiles. You want it to be very, very relaxed. And so, again, those colors are a little bit muted and beautiful and soothing. But if you have trouble with colors at all, you should rest assured that the shapes of the flowers are different enough that you will be able to tell them apart.
Yes.
Like I said, this version of A Gentle Rain is available now on Incredible Dreams web store, and the Bloom edition will be available June 9th in Target. So either way, you can get a copy very soon.
I think more than any other game, we kind of endorsed this one.
Absolutely. No. This gets the second star seal of approval on here.
If we had a little sticker,
we would put it on the box. A good example of how much we love this is, I think we've played at least 15, maybe more times in the last 3 days. Uh-huh. And every time I walk by it on the table, I make a little time to play at least one round, which usually leads to 2.
It's really short. It's like 10-15 minutes for a game.
It really is. This game is just a little bit of calm in a crazy week when you need it. Every time I pick this game up, I feel a little bit better after I play. Every time Billy picks this game up, she's a little bit calmer after she plays. I know people that play it in the morning to start out their day, so that they start from a place of just kind of calm, peaceful happiness. I know that sounds like we're putting a lot of pressure on a game to help everybody, but I will tell you that this game actually helped us. It helps us when we're stressed. It helps us when we're calm. And also, it's a beautiful puzzle. The game does have a bit of luck because it's based on what tiles you draw. And it has a little bit of skill because you could be missing places where you're putting these down, or maybe building out too long instead of making angles where you could surround lilies. I will leave you with what the box says on the back. Step into A Gentle Rain, a tranquil retreat to a quiet lake that will center your mind. Journey alone or with a fellow wanderer, thoughtfully placing each exquisite tile down, coaxing the 8 blossoms to bloom one by one. Win, lose, take only what you need from this fleeting meditative experience that unfolds within 15 minutes and conveniently tucks away. We probably could have read that and it said everything we needed to say about the review. Thank you again to Incredible Dream for sending us these copies, and I will put all of the information you need down below to check them out for yourselves. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see,
or if you'd like to keep watching until we get one right,
then please like, subscribe, and share. As always, open tables, open minds, and play your shelves.
Bye.